for all intents and purposes, it's like we're back at the starting line here, so we're knotted up one apiece, but... And now attention turned towards Ascent. OpTic on attack. Seems like they're already starting to explore the middle of the map.
Yeah, pushing fast up this tree area. And holding on to Cat is going to be massive. This execute could be really strong. So many darts in this situation. VCT is going to go into the one lane. I love this, but that maul...
Yeah, that could have been cool. That could have been really cool. Dev drops the nade in his lap, and you're right, it still could have been, and it was. BCJ swings out, takes it, he gets the second with the shorty. Dev swings through with the frenzy, and they get all the kills they could possibly want. Pistol, XSET.
Back and forth we go on this pistol, but that was the most dominant one that we've seen this series. They just completely mop up in Shri inside of Cat. The idea from OpTic to hit that site on a split. But they're just in the smokes. Def with a beautiful counter flash. And by the way, the one way, and then he sits in Marv's Astra smoke. He was full blind on that flick. That is absurd.
XSET win the pistol again. OpTic choosing not to buy. And they're all just going to funnel in towards A. You see Ye, who's holding across the middle of the map. Got a little bit of resistance on the side of XSET. Gravity well, the haunt. Def gets a kill anyway.
Felt like they were the ones who got caught in that XSET. But it's actually OpTic who take the damage for it. And they're just completely dead in this one. Such low HP all the way around. It's not Decay either. It will try to find something and maybe force a rotate out, but this turret is watching. Aaron has so much information right now about mid and B.
Really hoping Timmy the turret would get a kill there. Oh, there was a chance for it. You see the knife getting some some info out from Victor. Spike rotating back. Relying on whether or not Ye can find some space A.
And it will be space, but not for long.
It's space into the next round.
30 seconds left.
Low HP for Cryo too.
One enemy remaining.
Mm-hmm. I said 5 sniper kills, make that 7.
The Prime Gaming Flawless comes through for XSET. Now OpTic should be able to punch back. They're going to have weapons, but pretty clean round out from XSET, all things considered.
Sure, absolutely. And we actually haven't seen OpTic too much on this comp. We have a lot more information about their Yoru comp. But one thing XSET could do still is just watch EG. OpTic had the game against Luminosity. It looked good, but we didn't necessarily even need to see what makes this comp good. So we're not sure if OpTic is actually amazing at it. So let's see. This gun round will tell us a lot.
I feel like all it's telling us so far is that OpTic want to play this attacking half very similar to how they do Haven. They provide some pressure, they make some noise, but they still have the entire map before them. They know Zekin's made his way through. The Haunt's there. Ye's wise to it. He's waiting for it. Cleans Zekin up. That kill goes in favor of Dev, so they have some room to work with. The Paranoia, and he swings off of it. You see across the middle of the map, there's no additional pressure there because Victor finds the timing, and it's gorgeous. He's able to get one with the Bulldog, and now the sight's opened up. Now the map has all sorts of options before it.
Cryo's got a great angle here on Dice, though. They don't want to overcommit on Haven. They were really good at pivoting.
Yeah.
Now, though, Cryo's got the angle.
Cryo looking for a sniper kill number 8, and he finds it. Can he find more? They push forward. Aaron's the only one around now. You'd see Cryo was trying to upgrade a weapon.
Tunnel vision a little.
Little.
A lot.
A lot. Oh, Aaron's gonna spot a gun. Ooh. Perhaps a bit preemptive on the fire. Waits things out. There he gets the swings. Finesse cleans him up. OpTic are on the board.
Great pivot. But also, Valorant was talking about, and this mostly was applying to the attacking side of XSET, but for OpTic here, they split up that B push so well with the Haunt, and Deft flashed them into that. They didn't have anything to really capitalize on that from XSET, right? There was the flash in, Def and Aaron take the angle, and then there was no extra flash, there was no extra utility, so they're able to split that up really well with the haunt and punish.
That's a good spot.
I believe Zek inside of B main there. Unbreakable knife on top of Market here. And the dart bottom mid as well. You're seeing the double initiator right there, at least in terms of the informational utility. Used to clear out mid so well. Look at Marv, he's actually watching to see if Cryo wants to peek Cat into mid. And they're just freezing. Trying to find anybody to push into Market, to push rotate top mid, to peek off of Cat. But XSET's not giving them anything.
Really impressive patience out from XSET here. You're right, not moving off of anything, waiting for OpTic to fully commit. To show more than just one move, more than just one bit of utility.
This fight on B main right now, Ye's peeking into it. He's just TP'd off though, and Cryo still gets it.
All comes through with 30 seconds left. You don't have a whole lot of options. You just gotta commit to what's in front of you, and Aaron's waiting on the other side. He's in the smoke. If he plays the timing just right, there's gonna find a lot, but that's all right because the rest of the team gets it for him too. A prime gleaming flawless as XSET gets a 3.
Such a good round from Aaron, but everything worked from XSET there. The patience was phenomenal. OpTics too, but Marv was aware of that possibility. You could see how he was playing it later on in the round. And Finesse just runs into it here. XSET swing beautifully off of each other through the smokes. And the execute, not that great. They relied a lot on that no command. But not actually a lot thrown from B main, which allows for that. No molly on spawn to keep Aaron off that angle. And OpTics right back down to low buy.
Yeah, he's shown he's pretty good in situations like this. Nothing doing quite yet. Note he still has a couple of shots left in that Headhunter, 6 to be exact. Cryo. Yeah. Lands the shots onto Ye.
And the fact that he has the op online right now, keep it in the next round, and that's a huge boon for XSET.
Cheek and little flasher to try to get past the one way that BCJ left him.
Space Def has. BCJ still solid on the Omen.
Now Def creeping forward.
This
Well,
is the
IGL
spike.
on IGL. Spike, but there's just no gun really to fight back with.
Yep.
Spike down A.
Now,
One enemy
you had Victor who'd crept his way up onto the site, and it's funny for a moment on the minimap, he was absolutely surrounded, but ultimately falls. Another Prime Gaming Flawless comes through for XSET. I think it's 3 of the 4 rounds they've won have been they've been as clean as you can get them.
Marv even having a little battle with Timmy the Turret at the end. With this shot from from Cryo. Mentioning that head-to-head. So far, so good. And yeah, Finesse was just isolated from the rest of the team with Spike. I mean, you're trying to make space on site, but Def has it all already. Set up for a little bit of B main control here with the dart. Set up towards mid. And that kind of feints like they're going to go fast towards B, but they're not. And they're actually going to go fast towards A, silently.
Zekin will be the first here. And that drone is going to get all sorts of everything. You instantly see him throw it back, and then he spams through the smoke. He gets a kill on the Crashies. Massive plays from the youngster as XSET again marching towards another flawless round. Unbelievable! What a start on Ascent.
That is so ridiculous. From BCJ and Zekin. Paired up inside a tree right there. It has been close the entire game so far. 5 rounds to 1. And 4 of them flawless. That is one of the hottest starts we've seen all series.
Cold, man. It was cold. OpTic back on pistols.
And they're starting to go through all the ideas right now. Take over A main. The flash good to respond, and they've cleared them out.
The thing is here, though, while I think OpTic have shown comfort in being down pretty big in an opening half, and in their ability to adjust. Right, we've already seen it this series. So I certainly don't think we're out of the woodworks quite yet.
No, not at all.
OpTic have a chance to run this thing back, yeah.
Def is always covering. For a second there, it looked like Zekin's overexposed, but this is going to be another. I mean, I won't say it. I won't say it.
One enemy remaining.
I'll say it now.
Down. Defender spawn.
This is going to be another prime gaming flawless.
We've got to be pushing a record here. Jinx him. Nope. Prime gaming flawless again. 5 timeouts. They've shown historically they're good.
But this is the same. This is the same look so far in A main. Yay gets his knife. His tool de force knifed off.
Cryo with a miss and Victor with a punish. Timing there was pretty out of OpTic.
Cryo was really far advanced there, so you can see he's getting a little greedy, but it doesn't matter. If Def will take the same greed and punish just as hard. A flash pop for himself with the drone from Zekin. And he's walking behind them right now. Meanwhile, OpTic has walked on the site. They'll have the trademark to actually respond, but they have to commit a full body. Oh, no.
You have to be careful. So Finesse is on the flank. Oh, and they're going to pass right by each other. They won't see each other.
I'm wondering if there could be a smoke here from BCJ. No, did he hear him? Maybe. While we were off looking at the spike plant. I think he heard him. Finesse is as good as dead.
And he may know it. It also may not matter if he is able to get another kill. BCJ's already fallen. Numbers in favor of OpTic. Def's stuck in a fight of his own right now. There goes the kill. It goes in favor of Finesse. That's massive.
It's a brain fight right there.
Crashies has this Hunter's Fury. I don't know how XSET get back in on this. So used to seeing BCJ from the Sova position clutching things out, but it's going to be Zekin who has to do it. He swings out and he take care of the one. Crashies runs for the fences. They're going to win the round, and they keep the Hunter's Fury into the next.
Both sides got it. Zekin's hunting for the gun, but Crashies just makes it by. And don't even worry, guy. XSET's bank is literally maxed on every single player, so they'll get reset economically, but doesn't really chew into the bank at all. 6-2 right now. And that was a good round from OpTic, but still not clean. Even when they had the advantage, even when they got the site for free, even when Ye gets the entry up in heaven. This is different here. OpTic choosing not to actually fight an A main, give it a second, try to avoid the knife, and then challenge BCJ. And XSET has left him entirely alone. All he has is a flash to delay this when the push comes through.
Very well played from BCJ. Just one gun fired, no tags, no idea of what's on the other side.
Zekin with the re-drone right there, and that signifies to OpTic that they could be flanking them on Cat at this point. So you're going to have to put a body on it, and it's marved. They've got the Astral Divide as well to make this execute happen.
Yeah, they're just playing full retake on A. Let them have what they want. There's the Hunter's Fury. This time it's out from Zekin. That attack. Believe Finesse using the... No, yeah, you're right. No tag at all. But Finesse using the Nightfall. You hear the no command come through as well. It wasn't cheap, but they've gotten onto A. This is going to be a bloodbath. 5v5 retake for the site as the spike ticks away. You've got a Cosmic Divide keeping both teams back from each other for now. No, you've got Marved on the flank. Def kind of waiting for it. They drop the turret to make sure there's nothing
Flash and dart. You're going to go through this.
There's a dart. There's the paranoia. They swing out. BCJ looking for a target. He's able to find one, and Def does too. And there's Aaron. He's been waiting for Marv the entire time, but Marv snaps on. There's Crashies Hunter's Fury. Takes here BCJ, a 3v3 on the site. Def's gonna at least have to get it to half. Marv, he's gonna have to go insane, and he does! The 4K for Marv!
It crashes buys in the time to pull off the longest flank. I mean, he was top mid for the majority of that round. Then gets through the turret as Aaron falls. And hits the flank to get 3. So well played. The amount of time that Asher wall took. And then XSET strike hard and fast with that paranoia dart combo that they completely clean out the players on site with. But they're playing the win condition of the ult. And they're back to similar default to prior rounds. Again, a little bit farther back on this A side to avoid the knife. And potentially trap def pushing, which he's done over and over so far this half.
This time the spike up. They've taken some space B main. Aaron tucked in logs. Nothing really to play around him. He's just a trap. Spotted one. The gun is there. Aaron wins that duel out, gets a second, a little bit of redemption off of the previous round. And the spike's in no man's land. Great response from XSET.
And no pivot either from OpTic. Just try to walk out, get some kills, but 2 of their players are not even here. And then Finesse also walks into the fight with no smoke from Marv, nothing like that. Just try to recover the spike. And it cost them.
Cryo's gonna be found out. Marv gets that kill. But Second clean syncs up at the end with a clean 3K. XSET got to 7. I think if there's one thing I've learned Balla in this series so far is there's no early lead that's safe on any map. We just can't trust them.
And this is only 4 rounds. You're right though. On Haven, for example, I was like, yeah, no way. This is looking like OpTic's gonna run away with it. But it went entirely the other direction. Second getting excited about that one. Room to get excited for 2. And OpTic is definitely hurting economically.
You see it in their buy, light armor, a bulldog, specters. Not the best.
And this is not something they normally do too. Where they force in situations where it's going to cause them to force next round even.
See XSET choosing to spam the door down there. Don't want to have to deal with that later and just fight things out in tree. This has been, this area, this setting has been a problem for OpTic in the past in this half. XSET have just had their way with them. Do they dare explore this again? The knife to get info spots both.
And yeah, I think A main as well. 40 seconds left. They still have 2 flashes here. There it is.
The paranoia is so good, and BCJ swings out. Def's able to clean things up again. XSET finding kills they need in tree. The flash. Oh, but a great response. Numbers still in favor of XSET. Crashies and Victor have to try to navigate around the shock dart. They do so gorgeously.
20 seconds.
2v2 here. Crashies weak. Cryo not able to land the shot. Aaron with the ult. He's gonna have to do it himself, but the spike goes down. 13 seconds left. There's no way. How the heck does Victor do this? I think he was just trying to clear long. Either way, a 1v1 here. I don't know that he can get out in time.
No, there's no chance.
Yeah, he's been detained, and here comes the knife. Don't look. Oh, no. Oh, no.
What a play from Aaron. And a misplay from OpTic, too. He's just not wide enough to help him get that spike down. And planted. And retrieved, even. But Cryo, we didn't see it. We were watching the tree fight for so long. Cryo shut down this entire idea, even though OpTic had a little bit more success in through tree that time. And this is what I was saying. OpTic usually doesn't go for those forces in situations where it's going to make them force the next round.
One enemy remaining.
Right here, Victor, slightly away.
This has to be the most humiliating Red Bull clutch of all time, right? I mean, surely. Look at that. Entering the last round of the half here, XSET with a cozy lead, looking to pile it on. The pop flash up from Victor to create some space and get him that ult orb. With that, no command online, and just like that, dropped.
Another first kill for Cryo as well, and really starting to heat up with this op. Wasn't even a factor in the lead so far, but the last couple of rounds, yes.
Try to test the middle of the map, and that's not safe either. XSET have just been impenetrable. Think about how they started the half, and it seems like they want to close it in identical fashion. And that's exactly what it's going to be. Fitting, really, for a Prime Gaming Flawless to come through to close out the half. A 9-3 lead.
Nothing going right for OpTic.
Perhaps a change of scenery is what they need. A change of halves. Perhaps get OpTic to a better footing here.
Normally I would look at this and say, yeah, I mean, OpTic is better defensively, specifically on this map as well.
They are.
And that's a fact. The but is this series so far has not been the case.
Yeah.
Their defensive halves have been completely flipped. XSET has become the team to take their, leading offense and completely shut down the defensive OpTic. So it's going to be difficult, but I do think that the strengths of this triple initiator comp definitely shine a little bit more when it comes to retakes on this paper walls map. And also this wide A site that leaves a lot of room to spam through smokes.
A knife, just a fraction of a second late. I think, yeah, he was able to get that fragment off, Def was. But the delay there from Victor, so good. They get onto the site anyway, and Valen was the one who was talking about the delay off of Jet. If Jet dashes on, where does the rest of the team follow up? OpTic are able to get the info they need, and the kills they need too, as BCJ and Aaron are left alone. And it's just BCJ who has to reload. Way too much before him. OpTic win the pistol.
And every map so far in this best of 5, we've gone 1-1 in pistols. And OpTic clapping back at the most opportune time.
30 seconds left.
This is exactly what I was mentioning moments ago.
Down A.
That fade haunt plus the dart at the same time, so difficult to break both of them at the same time. And they got so much damage through that smoke on just pistols. XSET need to find a way to trigger those two things before they actually execute, before the smokes even go down, and that's a hard task.
Dueling knives there. Victor tagged up.
Up the smoke from XSET, a little deeper than the normal control smoke that you're going to throw. It does give them access to wine. But they're not super concerned about that. Just to get the orb for Zekin. Now they have to wait for this time for BCJ's smoke to come back, and they only have one, so it's going to be difficult to do anything but a split hit.
Uh-oh. Both of them survive.
Nice.
Finesse now to take care of what Ye wasn't able to, and does. As Cryo falls. Def, again. Tree is just his. That tree is his space, and that's kind of all there is to it. But Marv keeps him back from top. Jenny with 3. Def continuing to cause problems. I think he's over 20 kills. This map already. He's not going to find any more. Marv gets 4. His OpTic get to 5.
And boy, did they need Marv to come alive. 14 and 12 now. And I've seen so many Ascent maps flipped because OpTic Marv is coming back and just having so much impact.
But on an Astra? I feel
Even
like we've seen that
Astra.
a lot on Omen.
Yeah. You're right. But even on Astra, I'd say.
Yeah. He's got a Vandal in his hand this round. And it looks like he's going to try to challenge mid-map.
Risky position, to be sure. For the controller on your team to be the guy inside of this.
OpTic realizing, though, that it may be risky, it may be dicey. Bring Victor over. They've got a little crossfire set up, the flash for them to swing if needed. The setup's pretty.
Yeah, but nothing watching A main right now, so Victor's going to have to back off at some point to start watching that. But thankfully the drone keeps him there for a little longer. I'm still very, very curious. There he goes. So Marv left alone again as the mid pressure continues. And that knife just spotted both of them, so can Marv get out now?
Oh. BCJ! It felt reminiscent of Icebox just for a moment. No operator this time. In hand, and he's played with fire across the middle of the map.
Another crossfire in B main. Def has a flash to potentially break it. Crashes can swing to help Ye here.
Left.
And the TP is available.
He's been here all half. He gets the kill and he gets away. Fortunately for XSET, they're able to scoop the spike back up as Ye gets tagged up 56 HP as he tries to get to safety. 15 seconds left. They have no option. They have to double down onto this B site. The paranoia is out. With 10 seconds left, they haven't made much progress at all. And Finesse keeps them back. 5 seconds. Can they get the kills they need? 3 seconds. They've got to do it. They've got to swing it now. But Marv is so far at safety. And it was never a problem. What a round from OpTic.
And that's the type of round on the bonus that makes them so fierce on this map. Ye, his win condition for the team. After he gets that kill, after he TPs back to spawn, he wants to get as far deep into the site to help out Crashes. And meanwhile, Finesse is clearing that space back up, filling it back up. And he swings out of the smoke. Don't forget, taking down Def denies that nade. So Aaron has to be the guy, and he's not there to put down that molly on spawn.
Once again, an instance where leads seem insignificant. As OpTic, while they're not fully back, they have bridged the gap down to 3. And you presume 2 here as XSET don't have much to work with. 2 Spectres, 2 pistols, and a Marshal. Haven't found very much space to play on the attacking half yet. Perhaps this round. Sorry.
Yeah, he's so advanced, I can't see him not getting another kill here, although there's the flash from BCJ, the only real thing to put any pressure on him whatsoever, and XSET's not one to use it early. Plus, BCJ's on the other side of the map.
Perhaps it's the knife. Nope, they just challenge. They just want to fight it. And again, it causes problems. Mid-map's not working out either as Def falls. Might be giving XSET a little taste of their own medicine here.
30 seconds left.
It's just Zekin and Cryo that remain, and they're trying to win this foot race towards Tree. The flash is there, the swing is through, and Zekin spoils it. But Finesse cleans things up as OpTic get to 7.
That was pretty from Finesse too, swinging before the flash. So that Victor could fill that space as well with flashed up opponents. And if they're turning, they're dead. They didn't, but either way, they're all dealing with Marv on the other side. Look at this. Gorgeous stuff from Finesse.
The lead, for all intents and purposes, evaporated as OpTic have made it within 2 rounds here. On Ascent, their map pick.
And it's looking like the OpTic of old on this defensive side. Aggressive here with the Prowler. Ye is all the way up. But they also know Aaron's in that corner. Ye has to answer a question here. Does he hold wide and try to flick against Aaron, or does he hold a nice tight angle, which he is?
And how patient is he? The guy could sit here all day. Not one to get bored easily. Cloudburst. Perhaps providing safe passage.
Oh no!
Gunfire ups on the opposite side. Def's able to take care of Victor.
Some tunnel vision there from Victor, spotting one, thinking that it's clear. Def's in the corner. Meanwhile, Ye's giving up the angle, and Zekin and Aaron are walking right back into it.
The dart to perhaps suggest that they want to go A. And off of that, you saw Finesse bring that Nightfall out. Chooses not to use it yet.
Always a threat. Marv's got his Astral Wall as well. They're walking back into the space that Ye has left. What do they have to neutralize him? They have this no command right here.
Yeah, but he had just recalled his rendezvous, so it didn't make much of a difference anyway. He's committed to the fact that he's going to have to be an anchor or turret on backside by himself. The dart gets some info. Def falls. Now the Hunter's Fury swings out as Cryo does too. Def's brought back from the dead. Now they can get the spot.
Look at the flank right now. BCJ as well has got this under control. Another flash. Finesse, who wanted to use the Nightfall in this retake, just absolutely can't find anything. And XSET with the first kill of the half also get the first round for them of the half.
At perfect timing, too, to preserve this lead, to keep OpTic at arm's distance. It was a gorgeous play.
And we'll have to see now, too, as a defense. Don't get too jumpy, I think is what Finesse is calling. Yay there. Just left the angle because of a little bit of pressure up in through A. On A main because they lost Victor. Thought the hit was going to be coming, but realistically, just wasted himself a lot of time. A lot of damage there from the shock onto Aaron. And Ye's taking such space. He's got the TP out of this situation again. Gorgeous.
That's twice now that Ye's been able to snatch BCJ out of a position. See Zekum with Odin. See if he can find any free ones. Any gifts on the other side. Woo, he almost did. Crashy's down to no armor and 46 HP. Boy, that was close.
Crash has got to be thinking, is this kid really what he says he is? Molly missed, wanted to go clear the flower pot on the left there from Victor.
Gonna have to swing out on it. Nice shot out from Cryo. Now the Cloudburst to drop him. Victor expecting a swing, not gonna get it.
He knows though, he heard them jump off here, so should get himself a kill and also warn the players on the B site who has Nightfall still.
It wasn't just the kill, it was a big one too. Cryo's op, not in play anymore. They have mid-map control, thanks to Def. There's that Nightfall that you mentioned. Once again, we find a round where we're burning the clock all the way down to nothing. Aaron and Ye trade a kill apiece. The spike still not out as Ye holds this angle down. How do you go? Yeah, I don't know that you can. I don't know that you do. Def had no options there.
Can't get past the trademark too, but he's trying to abuse the angle and tried to rely on his teammates to take the site instead.
Yeah.
The post plan or whatever it might be, so he could use the knives for entry, even further space taking. For now, they're leaving it in his hands. Actually, everybody's able to get a gun, so not even concerned about this whatsoever.
Yeah, Def at 37 armor, he wasn't able to buy up. Zekin either. So they definitely, I mean, they made some decisions.
Yeah.
You should
Get out of
run.
my way.
Do they have a counter? The nade. Nade's wide. It's not going to clear it out. Yay! With the op! Cryo to the back of the head. BCJ punches right back. And that lockdown's going to go through. It's going to be retake for OpTic.
Marv is detained. Cosmic Divide still up though. And Def's knife is not going to come up for another. Actually, it should be coming up really soon now. Flash out!
Second gets spammed through as the kills go back and forth. The operator's still there. BCJ's gonna have to do himself. A 1v3 turns into a 1v2. But that's all it's gonna be is OpTic get the kills and the defuse. Lead down to 1.
And they just barrel through Catwalk, through the door. With that Cosmic Divide. XSET already knew their plan. They're like, let's stay on site. They're gonna wall this off. We cannot play A main. Every single player right here in front of this wall, minus Zekin, who's trying to play a cheeky angle. But they're getting lit up with the darts, with the haunt. And the setup is too strong for OpTic, with the Prowlers as well. 1 round. And this is what I was talking about. XSET low money, they're in a force. When OpTic could tie it up.
Dangerous game you play. Guardian in the hands of Cryo, 2 Spectres for BCJ and Aaron. Spike not even in hand right now.
Smoked it off.
The game plan is go kill.
And Marv already has the smoke up as well for Finesse to fall off of that. But I'm not even sure if he noticed. Yeah, he must have seen the smoke on top of that trademark there. So Kay also capitalizing on a kill on the other side of the map. Def just trying to walk into A main. Can't do that against EA.
Yeah, he still has that operator. He's got a tour de force in his back pocket for the next round. This lead, unless something insane happens from XSET, is gone.
Scanning ahead.
4v2 here for OpTic. It's Crashy's. I mean, he's in trouble here. That shock dart.
Look at the fast double flank coming, though. Even if Crashy's, all he has to do is delay as long as possible, and this round is still so difficult. The ult to delay even further, any utility coming down to keep him back.
Spike not down yet. Second now. If nothing else, a little bit of bag secured. Yeah, he's holding down one side. The remaining members of OpTic swing out. Victor gets tagged up. His second tries to hold him back himself. And he got one. But then the rest of OpTic funnel on and get the defuse. They get the round. We're tied.
All tied up. But a great round, I think, from XSET. Getting that spike down, alleviating their money concerns, and also getting a couple kills, keeping OpTic's bank low as well. That round was a 3 versus 5, and they still got that deep. Remember, Finesse got that early pick on mid, and then there was also the pick from Ye onto Def on A main. 4 rounds remain here in regulation. Excuse me, 3.
Hunter's Fury for Crashies. Key ultimate here. You see Finesse waiting to see if he can get aligning with that haunt. Cleared out. No info gathered.
Yeah, it's just the most passive and oh, whoa, that's a deep dart to try to catch. Everybody except for the spike in the hands of Cryo is stuck here in spawn.
Yeah, what's the play here? It seems like Cryo's waiting to see if someone's going to peek. If he dies here, that's spike lost.
He will not scale until his team is closer to him and can challenge yet. Knife spots him.
Aaron starts to rotate out.
He just made footsteps specifically. They're going for a full fake here.
He has the spike!
Excuse me? What is going on? What is going on? The ult.
That's what's going on.
30 seconds left.
But can Marv keep them back? Def's already fallen. The play was there all along. The paranoia to provide some space, but Marv is still down in L as the spike falls for a second time. It's a 4v2 and a 4v1. Aaron having to push through everything with 13 seconds left.
10 seconds left.
And it's not going to happen. OpTic take the lead back. They get to 11.
Oh,
Play was unique. We got
what a
juked.
gambit. What a gambit. I mean, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, it's gonna, you know, they're gonna try to fake this A side or fake the B side, but no, it's all the time. It's just Cryo trying to dash on the site, leave Spike purposefully, but that just doesn't track with me how patient OpTic is. I mean, that's straight up a TikTok strat at the highest levels.
And that strat leaves XSET in a brutal spot here. Just one Spectre. OpTic flirting with map point. And they're getting closer and closer to it. I hate to say this, but I have to remind everyone, it was a 9-3 lead for XSET at half. And they're not done with it quite yet, but they're making one heck of a run at it.
OpTic getting revenge for Haven.
Ah, be abi. Oh, fire.
And that ridiculous half that XSET had.
Bring them down.
Gotten some space B. Prowler takes a long way around to finally catch up with Death. Victor now understanding Aaron had crept his way onto B. And Death is surely a dead man walking here. 28 HP. He's got nothing but a sheriff with 1 bullet. Surely they know where he is at this point. The spams come through. And they do as OpTic gets to map point.
And it doesn't look like it's stopping the improvement on all sides from OpTic. Victor in that round, the patience in mid. We do have guns from XSET. Their final hurrah, and this has to be clean. If they want to force overtime, they have to have the same type of round that they were stringing together over and over in that first half. But they just have not been able to find that same success. Here in the second. Looks like BCJ potentially wants to flash fast to take this B main. That's what they're going to go for with an ult at the same time.
He's going to find anything. Cryo dashing forward into his cloudburst. The spam is through as Victor tries to find one. And no.
You should
Cryo
run.
trades it back. 70 HP. You see the lockdown through as well, and I don't know that there's a counter to it. So once again, they'll have to channel it out. And you see Ye patiently waiting. He's got the rendezvous to get out.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, he
put
doesn't.
down on
You're
the other
right.
side.
You're right. He's stuck. Prowler clears things out. BCJ with the spike down. As Marv follows. It's just Crashies and Finesse here. Just on the other side of the smoke. Crashies finds one, but are you expecting the other one to be main? No, you're not. Second gets 2 to close things up as XSET get to 11.
That was exactly what... And the defensive prowess of OpTic has certainly showed up on this one.
Yeah.
They're doing a great job denying XSET any space on the site, any plants. Although these last couple rounds, XSET has definitely found some ways to get that down.
Take flight.
Cryo used his blades to open the round. He still has an operator.
Knife cancels the drone.
Placing alarm bot.
And I think spotted 3 of the 4 that were there.
They also darted B main and took some space with EA. We've seen how much of a problem he can be there. But he has to be patient. And Ye is, but he cannot rotate fast. Trust
I think
in...
the question is really, is Aaron patient? Or does he peek?
Finesse has the Nightfall to push this back. Potentially they could push right through it. There's also the no command though. And that shuts it down. Thankfully Mard still is able to get that smoke off for anybody on this site.
If they want to do it, they're going to have to do it fast because you're right, that Nightfall could be a problem. Finesse down in hell. Cryo with the blade tries to land him. No, Finesse somehow manages to get through that unscathed as Marv and Finesse both get a couple. Def and Aaron have to do it. There's the Nightfall.
30 seconds
They
left.
haven't controlled tree. Aaron with 2 big ones. A 2v2 turns into a 2v1. Aaron's going to have to do it himself. The haunt position given away as Finesse gets 3. And OpTic take ascent.